Arc Raiders is comically generic and blatantly inspired, yet somehow manages to feel worse than the games it borrows from. It's the looter of looters, the recycled bin of originality, and it's so bland that its existence barely registers as surprising. If you enjoy a game where you loot endlessly while actively avoiding parts of the game that the developers want you to experience, you'll probably enjoy Arc Raiders. But if you despise the creatively bankrupt sludge dominating modern gaming, you probably won't. Unlike me, a discerning critic who exclusively plays narrative-rich RPGs made by Sweet Baby Inc. Arc Raiders is so basic that its primary weapon is, yes, a pickaxe. Truly revolutionary, a clear homage to the undisputed apex of multiplayer innovation, Fortnite. I could only assume the developers drew deep inspiration from the underground battle bus, though personally I would have preferred them to be air battle buses because I dislike any abundance of innovation in other games attempting. If you enjoy battle royales, you might recognize the decipherable gameplay similarities that Arc Raiders shares with other electronic games. Nothing here feels nonconformist. This is the casserole of borrowed mechanics, a string bean stew of mediocrity. It's technically edible, but the recipe was stolen from everybody else at the potluck, and it's still cold. Each match begins you emerging from your home base, scouring the surface for plunder to upgrade your benches and a rooster. I don't know why I have a rooster, but since the game doesn't explain it to me, I won't do any sort of research. What am I? A journalist? Two things will interrupt your pillage. Arcs, AI-controlled killing machines, and other players who are otherwise worse. The Arc are terrifying. Their spider-like designs make me jump out of my seat every time, forcing me to check for unfortunate side effects on the seat. When destroyed, they explode satisfyingly, dropping materials so you can scavenge for shields or ammo. But remember, bring those materials back to your base every raid. Or don't, I'm not your tutorial. Then there are human players, the real danger. Always lurking, always ready to turn your hard-earned loot into their cosmetics. The most thrilling moments is when you are waiting for someone at the extract point, eliminating them right before they return to their families. It's emotionally fulfilling. Combat, meanwhile, is adequate. You press W, your operator moves forward. You left click, you shoot. A truly technological marvel. Any missed shots are clearly the fault of the faulty netcode, and not me. If you're familiar with the spacebar jumping mechanic, don't worry, it's still here. Nothing, absolutely nothing is original. When you finally play with friends, Arc Raiders develops a faint pulse. Team fights become more chaotic and strategic, and you can lure or be lured by other players in beautifully idiotic traps. And if you fall, all I hear are the words from my mentor.
Yugi lost! No one deserves that title but me! I don't want to hear another word! You're a disgrace to the game, Yugi!
At the end of the day, Arc Raiders is fine for wasting an afternoon with friends. It's not groundbreaking, it's not innovative, it exists, and sometimes that's enough. For those craving a truly original experience, I humbly suggest Concord, the upcoming Game of the Year contender that will absolutely not be forgotten 11 days after launch. I give Arc Raiders a 6.7 out of 10. A visually pleasant game with gameplay so derivative, it loops back around to being art.